Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you joined us here on The Take on this Thursday, October 8th, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take Here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Man, what if we got a lot going on to take? Let's get started here on The Take with a lot going on. Let's get started with the big story. Get that big story graphic up here. Hold on, folks. Bear with us. All right, we had a little run ish, but let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with the big story. The big story this week is, man, you won't believe this big story. This big story came out of nowhere. As you may know, Derrick Groves right here, this inmate who's the last escapee of the New Orleans prison system, has been found captured in all places right here. This was him and the rest of his inmate friends was trying to leave, and they did a lot. You can tell right here, Rose and them escaped to the New Orleans prison system. That's the prison. Know how they did so? They found a way. You can tell right here, Derrick Groves and his myriad bandits found a way. Some of them got captured, as you can see right here. The majority of them got captured, except Groves. Well, we can tell you now that all have been captured right here. Derrick Groves, a part of that captured list, and it ended with this. Let's take a look right here. Doing that with Derrick Groves, he was in the wrong. They found him in Atlanta. I don't know how did they do it. A lot of team effort from a lot of people from all the states getting together, looking for Groves. This Groves was found captured. Derrick Groves now in the custody hands. Let's look at that one more time. Derrick Groves got caught. He got caught all right. The SWAT team had to tell Atlanta police get their darnest. They did get Derrick Groves out of harm's way. And it was like coming up from like this past spring that Derrick Groves was in the mix. And you can tell Derrick Groves really look at this one more time. Derrick Groves being captured. Got captured all right. Derrick Groves at the wrong place, the wrong time. Um, like you said, this is another. I bet you Derrick Groves not gonna do that. Learn this lesson. They like, oh, we're gonna make sure you end up being in prison. And this is where they escaped from right here. And scribble right here. Looking at his scribble hand too easy. Well, it's too easy, all right. You got caught. And now these guys gonna have to do more time than the time they already had served. But Derrick Rose and them wish and regret that they wish they didn't have to do that, but they end up paying the price. Wonder that was it jail time too good for him and stuff. But like we said, Derrick Rose put himself in that predicament. And now he got caught. Even people speculated that Derrick Rose could have been dressed in drag right here. This is Derrick Rose. I don't know how he did it. I don't know. This was in Atlanta. Now, this is Derrick Rose right here. This is a another shot of Derrick Rose in a suit. Um, See, he could have been the alias to dress in drag just to fit in, and this week he got caught. You don't know if it was somebody that looks like him or this was him. Dressed as drag, we'll never know what's going on. Yes, he played it to a T and stuff like that. But Derrick Groves got caught. So Derrick Groves won't be roaming the streets no more. He'll be in a prison cell along with all his buddies that tried to escape and then end up um, knocking him, kicking him in the butt. You see right there. So Derrick Groves no longer in the mix no more. So hey, one of him is a lady. Lord have mercy. Well, we get to that too. We get to this in celebrity news. In celebrity news, Jennifer Lopez is on a media tour. Well, let's hear JLo had to say. She was on
If You
Jimmy.
Had My Love, the first single off your debut album on the 6th, which I cannot believe celebrated its 25th anniversary last year. I love that song, and that album holds up so well. But did you ever imagine, looking back at that time, that you would go on to be the global superstar that you are, selling over 80 million records and starring in movies that have made $3 billion worldwide?
Yeah. You know, you have hopes and dreams. You never think of it in those terms. You know, I was always just in the pursuit of doing what I love to do. And I loved, again, because of my mom, to sing and to dance and to act because of watching these musicals. And that's all I wanted to do with my life. There was really no backup plan for me. So whatever that turned out to be was what I was going to be doing.
That was Jennifer Lopez on The View talking about the 25th anniversary of her debut album, If You Had My Love. She had that song, If You Had My Love. That's what really catapulted her with her, Puffy, and everybody else. J-Lo sat down with Jimmy Kimmel to talk about the latest movie. Take a look.
This first one I want to show involves you and a cricket. All right, just take a look at this one here.
Freaking out.
Were you?
Not really. I was like,
You did it in timing with the song. In timing with the song.
The thing is, I felt something, right? I felt something happening, and I was just like, oh, I thought it was like a bug that was flying around, because I could see bugs in the lights. You know,
Yeah.
You can see them. You're outside in these venues. And I thought it was just like touching me and coming back, but it was crawling. If you see the whole clip, it's crawling up my body the whole time. And then finally it was like, it got to my neck, and I was towards the end of the song, and I was like, I'm not gonna, whatever it is, you know, it's just touching and going back, because it was just like little legs. It was so I felt like that. And I was like, just try to finish the song.
You nailed it. You stuck the landing,
yes,
as they say.
And then I realized, I was like, it might be on me. And I didn't know it was that big. I didn't know what it was. But when I went like this and I threw it.
Someone got hit.
No, I saw it in the light, and it looked like a helicopter. It was the size of a helicopter.
It had a face on it. Yeah, exactly.
It was hilarious.
Then there's another one I want to show
no.
you. No, this is the last one. But you had a wardrobe malfunction in Poland. But let's take a look at this one.
That was one of the best shows.
Come on. Dude, everyone's like, what? Wow. Is that part of the show now?
No, it wasn't part of the show.
No.
They made that outfit that day. I had seen a picture of an old supermodel from like the 90s, Yasmin Bleeth, and she had this cute little outfit. I was like, let's make this outfit.
Yes.
So they makeshift made me an outfit just because I felt like it. Made them crazy to make this outfit. And they never had a chance to do it. Didn't know if I was really going to wear it. But I did at the last second, and I go out there, and the thing just falls apart.
Yeah, but you went right with it. You're like, nah, this is.
I was like, thank God I had a big, underwear on.
All right, that was JLo. What JLo was talking about the her malfunctions, her mishaps. Jimmy Fallon. She's trying to promote that movie, the debut of a Spider Lady. So JLo's trying to get some praise with that. We'll see. JLo's gonna make some noise about that. But speaking of that, um, country singer, legendary singer Dolly Parton really had everybody in the choke this week. Dolly's sister said that she had health challenges. Dolly said she had to slow it down, wind it down. A lot of people thought Dolly Parton was ill, but Dolly Parton put that to rest. Here's what the legendary country singer, country crooner had to say right here, right now.
But I figured if you heard it from me, you'd know that I was okay. So anyhow, that's what I wanted to say. And I'm not ready to die yet. I don't think God is through with me, and I ain't done working. So I love you for caring, and keep praying for me.
Well, Dolly Parton made it clear that she is not going nowhere, and we don't want Dolly to go nowhere. Dolly Parton, a national treasure. During Christmas time, she was once known as the Queen of Christmas. And Dolly Parton says she ain't going nowhere now. Hey, Dolly Parton says she still got miles left in her. Who, you know what I'm saying? Dolly Parton still got enough in the tank. So we ain't finna count Dolly Parton in yet. Dolly Parton about to roll on into her 80s and stuff. We want Dolly Parton to keep on living. We love Dolly Parton here as well. Well, we move over to talk shows this week. Talk shows this week. Aubrey O'Day appeared on the Today Show promoting her new book.
Do you think there's an age
Here, Aubrey
limit to
O'Day.
trick or treating? Like, will we find Aubrey Plaza dressed up trick or treating this year?
57.
57 is the age. Okay, good. So I have a few more.
No, everybody can
years.
trick or no. Everybody can. My rule is everybody can trick or treat, but you have to have a costume. You can't just like show up.
Yes.
You know, you have to put some effort in. But no, I'm not ageist. Trick or treat forever.
Everyone should trick or treat.
Everyone.
Like Aubrey Plaza, I meant to say Aubrey Plaza, not Aubrey O'Day. I'm thinking about the girl from the that group, Diddy's group, Danny Kane and stuff. Well, Aubrey Plaza saying, "Hey, I want to do that, do it, you know how." So you see Aubrey Plaza with that situation. All right, let's see here. I guess. Well, Taylor Swift appeared on Jimmy Fallon as well, and Taylor Swift had to get this off her chest.
By the way, I have to say, because I'm getting blinded, congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks. Yeah, it's,
Can I see?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my Lord. Can we look just at the camera? Taylor,
crazy.
Taylor, that is insanity.
crazy.
Well, he put a lot of work into that one. Huh?
He did. He did, and he had it for a really long time before he gave it to me too.
He did?
Yeah. So he had it like he custom did this and designed it with this amazing jeweler who he made it with.
It's gorgeous. Even the sides are beautiful.
I know. I know. I look at it constantly. Like it doesn't feel in any way normal for me. I'm just sort of like, oh,
this is the moment
man.
Yes.
Whoa. But it's like, it's more than that. It's like, he's just my favorite person I've ever met. No offense to everyone else.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is the person that I get to hang out with every day forever is just like, that's the whole thing of it. You look at that and you're like, I get to hang out with him forever, and this represents that.
That's the win, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you did his podcast, New Heights, which, by the way, I have done, and since I've done his podcast, they've won every game.
Yeah, you know what? Don't think I didn't notice that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so
I don't want to thank you, and I want any credit. Let's just act like it didn't happen.
Let's not jinx anything. Let's sort of. But
it did happen.
It did happen.
What are you gonna
we
do?
have to acknowledge certain superstitious, things that cause a streak of winning.
Yes, and
it's game day.
Yes.
My head is very much there.
Yes, you are.
So thank you for acknowledging that.
No, I was going to bring up the podcast only because you did the podcast to announce and reveal your album title.
Yes.
And then after that podcast, I think I'm right about this. It might be another rumor about you, but he went and you got engaged right after the podcast.
Yes. So basically, I think for Travis, the podcast was just sort of like a distraction, sort of ruse to keep me not looking out the windows of the house.
So it was all happening. Was the backyard normal when you got there?
I don't. Every time he does the podcast, it's not like he blacks out all the windows. It's like there's fully just blackout drapes on every single window of the whole house.
Yeah, you're like, honey, this is real secretive.
So serious about this, and I really appreciate that. But then afterward, I kind of realized he's walking around sort of nervous about the podcast. He's like, my heart is racing. I know how much this means to you. Really want this to be what you hoped it would be, because we've been talking about doing the podcast and announcing the album.
Yeah.
And he's like, my heart's racing. And I've never seen this dude nervous, ever.
Of course he's not nervous about the podcast.
Professionally not a nervous person.
He's like, I wonder what questions I'm going to ask you. I know one question that I'm going to ask. I know the big one. But I can't get to that yet.
Yeah, I was like, and so he was like, do you want to go and just walk around the backyard and have a glass of wine? I'm like, I'm always going to want to do that.
That's good. Always bad.
And then I realized exactly why all of the windows were curtained and why he was nervous. And
yeah, look at this.
It was
right
the best possible case scenario. Look at that. That's what he was turning the backyard into. Like a secret garden oasis.
Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. We told you about it on Viral. Taylor Swift was getting married. Happy for Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift deserves love and happiness like everybody else deserves love and happiness. So congratulations to T Swift on that. All right. We'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is the Take here on Connect TV. Welcome back to the Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Take on this Thursday, October 8, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers can. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Let's get to the political rundown. On the political rundown this week, here we go again. This imbecile again has to do this. We can go right quick. All right, this imbecile still trying to get his point across, his view across and stuff. You know what I mean? Imbecile. Donald Trump, who know with this.
For some reason, with this, they keep taking it. Don't take Tylenol. There's no downside. Don't take it. You'll be uncomfortable. It won't be as easy, maybe, but don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
About he really don't know what he's talking about most of the time. Well, he's still doing this government shutdown. These people are still not getting paid for their jobs and stuff. The government shut down. A lot of workers getting furloughed, mass firings. And he's saying that they might not get back pay. That's wrong, dirty, and unlawful. And that's what he is all about at the end of the day. Well, here's what House Speaker Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had to say.
To the effect of we're talking to Democrats. So A, have you had any conversations as of late with the president or the White House? And B, what do you make of his willingness maybe to strike a deal here?
Well, the White House has gone radio silent since the Oval Office meeting last Monday, and neither Leader Schumer or myself have heard a word from the administration about resolving this issue, making clear to us that the White House wanted to shut the government down, to continue the chaos that they've been inflicting on the American people since day one of this presidency. It's an interesting statement that the president has made, and I think both House and Senate Democrats are clear. We'll sit down anytime, any place with anyone from your administration, including the president, to get a resolution here with respect to the Affordable Care Act tax credits, which need to be extended right now, as well as dealing with and addressing the Republican health care crisis that is devastating everyday Americans all across the country.
Do you still intend to call House Democrats back into D.C. this week at all?
We have a caucus meeting at 6 p.m. today. We'll have a House Democratic caucus leadership meeting. That's the full leadership tomorrow, and I expect a strong presence of House Democrats throughout the week here in Washington. And the interesting thing to me is, why are House Republicans still on vacation? They've actually been on vacation for the last few weeks, and Mike Johnson once again has canceled votes. Why are they so afraid of being here at the Capitol and doing their job? Why don't Republicans want to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva? Is it the Epstein files? Is it the unwillingness to address the Republican health care crisis? Is it because they know the American people have blamed Republicans for recklessly shutting down the government? Or is it all of the above? House Democrats are here on duty. House Republicans remain on vacation. That's a shame. Back?
What do you say to your young people?
Hakeem Jeffries making that point clear, and it is a shame. This, like I said, this person right here is a POS. He knows it, and people are getting sick and tired of his antics. Even getting sick and tired of the AG's antics as well. She's none of them pawn, rather than a yes person. That's what she is and stuff. But they're gonna get what's coming to them. They're not getting now, but they're gonna get what's
My
coming.
real concern is that she's in Portland to stir up more trouble.
She has a track record of inciting violence.
As Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem landed in Portland, Senator Ron Wyden shared concern, saying she is cosplaying as a public official.
He's basically got a script from Donald Trump, and the idea is to go in there and play kind of super police and try to get everybody worked up. That's what he does, and I think it's exactly the opposite of what we need.
Senator Jeff Merkley says he believes the visit is designed to inflame tensions that can then be used to justify the president's federalization of troops.
This is a red line in America. You do not use the military against our own people. You do not create fake rebellions or fake invasions to justify it.
Noem's trip comes roughly a week after President Trump announced plans to deploy 200 Oregon National Guards members at Noem's request, launching the state and White House into a legal battle. Wyden and Merkley among 6 U.S. senators representing 3 states the administration is targeted, jointly condemning the actions today.
Maybe the biggest threat to our Constitution since the Civil War.
Governor Tina Kotek says during her meeting with Secretary Noem, she requested DHS and ICE agents obey Oregon laws, reportedly telling Noem she's committed to protecting Oregonians from harmful federal actions. Stating in part, I reiterated again, there is no insurrection in Oregon. Twice now, a federal judge has affirmed there is no legal basis for military deployment in Portland. I was clear that I have confidence in local law enforcement to meet the moment.
My message to Portlanders is protest, yes, because that's your fundamental right as Americans, but do it as far away from DHS as you can and do it completely peacefully. Don't take the bait.
But as you see right there, this vibes are saying, hey, when it comes to the Department of Homeland Security, don't take the bait. Just protest from a far distance, so it won't create no chaos, no controversy, or nothing like that. Give them less to talk about and less to do. So do that, you'll be okay. All right, we'll move on from that to newsies this week. Newsies this week. Well, news it was. We found out LeBron James had a big announcement. Here's what LeBron had to say right here.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my decision.
As you see right here, LeBron James, the new spokesperson for Hennessy VOSP. Everyone speculated that LeBron was going to make an announcement that he was going to retire from the NBA after 23 seasons. But LeBron's going to keep on playing. Just don't know when LeBron's going to do it. I think he's got another 2 years left in him. He wants to wait till his son Bryce comes into the league. So we'll see LeBron what next for him coming up as well. Well, speaking of that, we can show you this right here on the news. Is right here. Arby's introducing a new steak nugget. Yeah, the steak nugget. Arby's trying to be in the steak business now. Saying they're gonna be doing nuggets and a nugget sandwich. So Arby's trying to get them in the beef market with their beef chips and rice. Arby's announced that this week that they was gonna do it. And, they have done it. It's being Arby's and stuff like that. So hey, Arby's is Arby's. Well, we go to this right here coming up. Krispy Kreme got a new trick or treat right here. Donuts right here. Krispy Kreme with their trick or treat donut. Even the thing as they did, and you can tell right here, Krispy Kreme with the donut, 12 legs with the donuts full of Halloween attire for Krispy Kreme Halloween business as well. So we'll see how Krispy Kreme will do and stuff like that. So we'll see.
A wounded
Let's
Mark
go to Mark.
Sanchez can be seen in this newly released surveillance video. He's staggering along this Indianapolis street early Saturday morning, clutching his right side. Scott Bennett says Sanchez was bleeding when he showed up at his bar.
I brought him inside, laid him down, and we called 911.
TMZ video shows the 69-year-old truck driver, identified as Perry Toll, on a stretcher minutes after police say he got into an altercation with Sanchez over a parking space. And this picture from a hospital bed shows him in a neck brace, bruised and bloodied. Today, the former NFL quarterback was charged with a felony, battery resulting in serious bodily injury, which carries 1 to 6 years behind bars.
If you come into our city, commit violence, we will use all the tools at our disposal to hold you accountable.
According to an affidavit, the truck driver told police while he was picking up grease from a restaurant, Sanchez physically attacked him. The driver pepper sprayed Sanchez's face. He thought, quote, "This guy is trying to kill me," and admitted to stabbing Sanchez multiple times. The driver also said Sanchez, quote, "smelled of alcohol," and his speech was slurred.
The images were horrific.
Sports writer Gary Myers.
You covered him for many years. This is not characteristic of the Mark Sanchez you know.
If we were going to make a list of former players that this can potentially happen to, Mark wouldn't have even entered my mind.
Sanchez's family says the former quarterback remains under medical care. They called this a, quote, distressing time for.
All right, you heard from the little CBS report by Mark Sanchez. This is crazy. Mark Sanchez was up there with Tom Brady and stuff. Now they're saying that he's doing crazy stuff now, trying to stab a person. Damn, what's really going on today? It tells you a lot what's going on. And finally, we ended with the viral video of the week. The viral video of the week right here. As you can see right here, this orangutan, like something a treat. Look at right here. Tell right here, the orangutan loves some ice cold treats. He's looking at popsicle, doing that popsicle in. Ain't no justice to that popsicle. That orangutan loves it. He loves it indeed. Well, we're gonna end it right here on the tape. We're gonna end it here. So, for me being Kendra Dix, saying so long, we'll see you next week for another edition of the tape. See you later.